Welcome to video number 9 of how to create your own Power App. As you can see, we've made quite a bit of progress. We have a drop down of 100 different customer names. We have data set behind those customer names, so you know what they order, the quantity, and total cost of each. Um, so if I was to change this, it would filter this gallery and change our totals below, as you can see. And then we can add these items to an overall total. So we're on gadget. You can see gadgets 4872, 4872. So, and we added tool to show you that, you know, I can keep adding more and more and more to this customer order, but that's not what we want because we're duplicating data, right? So every time we add an item to this order, we essentially want to remove it from the data set. So how do we do that? Very simple. So add to order, we're collecting coal final order, which is what this gallery consists of, coal final order. So we're collecting basically summarized value of this information and pulling in our totals here for total cost, quantity needed. Items needed is going to be the variable that you're currently selected, and then the customers, it's counting the rows in the gallery. All the customer names are currently different, except ChatGPT did give us two. So they're still as counting them as individual customers. So there's 20 different rows, so 20 different customers. So now we need to not only add this to the order, but we need to remove it from this data set that it's pulling from, which is cold data. So how do we do that? Anytime you need to type a new line, you got to use a semicolon, and that tells Power Apps, hey, okay, this code I know to execute, and then I'm going to move on to a new code. And I like, for these videos, I like to code these a little differently. A lot of people would structure this and then tab this under here to where it's broken out and it looks longer. For these videos, I just like to keep them shorter. Otherwise, we'd have code that would, you know, be full screen, basically. Okay, so we need to remove from the collection of data that we call cold data if basically this item matches. So we are going to, you guessed it, remove, but not just remove if. Whoop. Remove if. So we want the collection that we're removing from. Remove if cold data. It would be item, because we're going off the item. Item equals, was it var cust item? Var cust item. Well, we can't necessarily use that because we're creating var cust item. Well, yeah, no, we can use that because we're removing it here. Var cust item dot value. Sorry, as you can tell, I don't write a script for these apps or anything. I'm basically remembering, relearning on the spot in order to help teach you things you might have to deal with as well. There's going to be so many times you might sit here and be like, oh, I thought it was this. How do I do that? Banging your head against the wall for hours, and you're like, oh, it's because I needed a semicolon and not a colon. It's the you will get frustrated, but don't give up. That's my advice to you. Never give up. All right. So remove if the item equals the item that we've selected in the drop down, then remove it. Should be as simple as that. And then it should remove from our data set. And what we're going to do is refresh because we're collecting cold data on the onVisible property, or call me a liar, cold data distinct cold data. Oh, okay. So we're just showing, oh, even perfect. Yeah, sorry, even more perfect. So yeah, we don't have to update anything. What we just did will now, that is all you have to do. Remove if cold data item equals basically the item that you have selected here. So now when we add this to order, it'll add it to our order down here, but it's going to remove it from the drop down so we cannot select it again. So let's clear the data out of here first so we can get a better example. And to do that, we need a button, or yeah, let's just call this clear data. Clear data. And all we're going to do is clear this collection. See how we're not collecting? We can clear collect, or we can just collect, or we can just clear. So when I click this button now, this information is going to disappear because we've deleted that collection. So this is where it starts to get, what I like to think of as cool, that, all right, we've got these orders. Let's just start from the top. We got the tools. All right, how many tools do I need to order this week? Say these are all customer orders that have to be in by Friday 5 p.m. That way I come in Monday 8 a.m. I like to think I would start at 8 a.m. and I just get to work on the customer orders that were placed by Friday the previous week. So, okay, here's all my 100 customer orders. All right, let's start with tool. We got tool. Let's add tool to order. All right. So, as you can see, nothing in the data set. We have to select something else. So, how about device, device, add to order. And the reason that this isn't automatically updating with anything else, even if I hit it, is because we put the property on the onChange structure. So let me show you a way to fix that so we can continue our thing here, because if we were to continue along, we'd get to the last one and we'd be clicking it, and it's an on change property. It's not an on select property, which would be the like on click property. So what we want to do, so I learned a handy dandy little trick that allow empty selection. See how it says false? You put that true. Oop, false true. Yeah, that makes sense. So you put that as true, and then you put your, make sure your default, I just put blank for default. Okay, So see how it's blank now? This allows it to start as blank and then you make your selection. That is what you want because now every time you change, you're actually changing, you are so it's not on select, it's on change of that property. So let's add instrument to the order. Instrument's gone. Let's add gadget, and as you can see, our list is getting smaller and smaller. And we add the widget. And again, over here, we have our gallery. We can make it look a little more presentable. Let's steal some stuff we've already made up here. If I could click it. Yes, I can. Copy and paste our, so I just kind of drag until you find the top, and then the sides of the gallery. Let's go here. And looks like there. Okay, so customer name, we'll put, what's this? Total customers, right? Total customers. Okay. See how I don't like I don't like how large that is for such a small value here. Essentially, it's total customers. But I guess we will double stack it or wrap it, as you might say. Okay. This one is item ordered. I'll just put item, and we don't want this one. Sorry, just trying to make this look a little nicer for you guys. Okay, we got item. Don't like how close that is. All right. I was like, I thought I hit it. Okay, item. Why are we not bordering? Yeah, border that. There you go. This would be total to order. We'll say total needed. Less verbiage. Or, well, okay, we'll double stack you to total needed. Come on, that was a copy and paste. Control C, Control V, there. All right, total needed, and then total cost. All right, there we go. Now we have made something of our data. So we save that. And as you can see, we could do this over and over again. We can, so this button up here calls in the data. And that again is going to give us our same static row count. But now we have total customer orders. Let's actually see what we need over here as our totals. Might need to be bigger. Okay, so this will be some filter. This is coal. What was this? Final order? Coal. Yep, final. Coal final order item. It's item needed equals var cust item dot value. Oh, we can't do it like that anymore. So let's see. Let me see. There's an easier way to do this. Some gallery. What gallery is this? Gallery. Ooh, gallery 5. Nope, that's gallery 5. So this has got to be gallery 6, right? Gallery 6. Oh, did it turn it to gallery 4? Yeah, okay. Gallery 4, this is. So some gallery 4 dot all items. And let's see. There's got to be a way to do this. Filter all items. Customer item needed equals. Wait, no. Some filter. There's no way to do this. Items needed. So I have an idea. Hey, ChatGPT. Because I've done this so. Oh, let me. Oh wow. So that's all it needed. So if I want to sum the value, I just have to have that equal true. Oops, I am, whoops. Okay, so item needed equals true. Then sum quantity needed. See, I didn't think that you would work, ChatGPT. Yeah, because, oh, it's saying, in this instance it's saying, but it didn't let me finish asking my question, so accidentally hit enter instead of shift enter lets you go down. How do I sum a specific column COLUMN ChatGPT? I want to spell it right, that way, you know, ChatGPT doesn't think less of me. How do I sum a specific column in a Power Apps. Not that it wouldn't know that that's from Power Apps. It would know automatically that that's from Power Apps. So, see, that's what I thought. There's no filter needed. So what's really going on? Is that inside my gallery? Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. It's not inside the gallery. It's just on the gallery. do, 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 do. So, so it's just that simple. Sum the correct gallery, all items, comma, then the column that you're after. Sorry that took so long to sort through, but we've got that now. Let's duplicate that for our total here as well. And this would obviously be total cost. Probably need it to be a little longer just in case. And if you don't like the placement, see how that this is centered, but it's slightly off. And if you don't want to move this over, but you don't want it all the way to the left. What I do is I put it all the way to the left, and then I will just simply from the left say I want it, you know, 30. Oops, 30 is quite a bit. Let's say half that, 15. See, that's more in line with the data set. So that's an easier way to line up your buttons and stuff, because sometimes these things get real finicky. You might be trying to line it up exactly where you want it, but it's just not going to get there. You're going to manually have to get it where you want it. So we will end the video there. Now we have our total finalized customer order that I would be placing Monday morning, and the next video I'm going to show you how to turn this into an actual document that we can get through an email. Well, first we'll start with an HTML email triggered strictly within the app, and then we'll add in Power Automate to get an actual either Excel file or Word document or PDF attached. So greatly appreciate you watching me struggle through how to sum a column in a gallery. But again, I appreciate the views, and stay tuned for my next video. We are almost through this series, so stick with me. I appreciate it.